was supposed to be the most important day of Armin's life, the day that could change everything for him and his struggling family. One interview. One chance. One step away from the life he had been dreaming about for years. But just minutes before reaching the company building, something unexpected happened. A frightened girl standing alone on the roadside, surrounded by danger and in desperate need of help. Armin had only seconds to decide: ignore her and save his career opportunity, or stop and help a stranger. He didn't know that this single decision would cost him the job, but it would also reveal a truth that would change his life forever. And what Armin didn't know was that the girl he helped was not just anyone. She was the daughter of the most powerful person in the company he was about to interview for. But the real question is, would doing the right thing finally be worth it? Armin woke up before sunrise that morning. His small room was quiet, but his heart was racing with excitement and nervousness. For months he had prepared for this job interview at one of the biggest companies in the city. This job meant stability, respect, and the ability to help his parents who had sacrificed everything for him. He carefully ironed his shirt, checked his documents again and again, and whispered to himself, "This is my day." As he walked toward the bus stop, the city was just waking up. Shops were opening, people rushing to work, and traffic slowly filling the streets. Armin kept imagining the moment he would walk into the office and shake hands with the interviewer, but fate had other plans. As he turned a corner near a busy road, he noticed a young girl standing near a broken-down car. She looked worried and confused. Some reckless drivers were speeding past, and one group of men nearby seemed to be bothering her. Armin slowed down. He looked at his watch. He had only 20 minutes left to reach the interview. If I stop, I might be late, he thought, but then he saw the fear in the girl's eyes. For a moment, he remembered his younger sister. What if she were in trouble like this and no one helped her? Armin took a deep breath. He made his choice. He walked toward the girl. "Are you okay?" he asked gently. The girl looked relieved. "My car broke down and my phone died. I don't know what to do." Armin quickly assessed the situation. He helped push the car to a safer place, called a mechanic from a nearby shop, and stayed until help arrived. He even gave her some water he had brought for himself. During all this, time kept slipping away. When Armin finally checked his watch again, his heart dropped. He was late, very late. Still, he smiled politely and said, "Don't worry. The mechanic will take care of everything." The girl looked grateful. "Thank you. Most people just walked past me." Armin nodded and hurried away. He ran as fast as he could toward the company building. When he finally arrived, slightly out of breath, the receptionist looked at the clock and shook her head. "I'm sorry. The interview time is over." Armin felt like the world stopped. He tried explaining, but the rules were strict. Interviews had already finished. After months of preparation, sleepless nights, and hope, it was gone. Armin quietly walked out of the building. For the first time in years, he felt defeated. He sat on a bench outside and stared at the ground, wondering if he had made a mistake by helping that girl. But deep inside, a small voice told him something important: you did the right thing. Even if it cost him everything. What Armin didn't know was that someone inside the building had just heard a very interesting story about a young man who chose kindness over success. And that story was about to reach the ears of someone very powerful. Inside the company office, the atmosphere was busy and serious. Interviews had just finished, and the hiring team was discussing candidates. Suddenly, the main office door opened. A young woman walked in confidently. It was the same girl Armin had helped, but now, she looked completely different, calm, professional, and smiling. An employee greeted her respectfully. "Good morning, ma'am." She nodded and walked into the executive meeting room. Because she wasn't just a random girl, she was the daughter of the company's CEO. Earlier that morning, she had secretly decided to visit the office without using her driver, wanting to experience the city like an ordinary person. But when her car broke down, things became stressful until Armin showed up. In the meeting room, she told her father what had happened. "There was a young man who helped me," she said. "He didn't even know who I was. He was actually rushing somewhere important, but he still stayed to make sure I was safe." The CEO listened carefully. "What was his name?" he asked. "I think Armin," she replied. The CEO turned to his assistant. "Check the candidate list." After a few minutes, they found his name, but there was a problem. He had missed the interview. The assistant explained, "Sir, he arrived late. So he wasn't considered." The CEO leaned back in his chair and thought deeply. Sometimes resumes show skills, but actions show character. "Bring him back," the CEO said. Meanwhile, outside the building, Armin was slowly walking away, still trying to accept what had happened. Suddenly, someone called his name. "Excuse me." "Armin?" He turned around. A company employee was running toward him. Sir, the CEO wants to meet you. Armin was confused. Me? Yes. Please come with me. Nervous and unsure, Armin walked back into the building. When he entered the office, he froze. The girl he had helped was sitting there, smiling. You, Armin said in surprise. She laughed softly. Yes. And thank you again for helping me. The CEO stood up and looked at Armin carefully. My daughter told me what you did this morning, he said. You chose to help someone in need, even though it cost you something important. Armin looked down slightly. I just did what anyone should do. The CEO smiled. Unfortunately, not everyone does. The room went quiet for a moment, then the CEO said something that Armin would never forget. Skills can be taught. Experience can be gained. But character like yours is rare. Armin looked up, surprised. So I would like to offer you the job. Armin's eyes widened. He couldn't believe it. Really? The CEO nodded. Yes. Not because you helped my daughter, but because you proved that you are the kind of person this company needs. At that moment, Armin realized something powerful. Sometimes life tests us in ways we don't understand, and sometimes, doing the right thing feels like losing, but in reality, it's the beginning of something greater. As Armin left the office that day, not as a rejected candidate, but as a new employee, he smiled, because kindness had changed his life, and the lesson was clear. The right choices may delay success, but they never destroy it. In fact, they often lead you exactly where you were meant to be.